chosen generation. We've been called for to show His excellence. Hey, all I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am.
It's always a pleasure to know you all are watching us out there. This is Praise Zone on Canal de Movie, and it is that platform that promotes gospel artists, gospel music, gospel arts in general. Today, like every other day on this show, we have a wonderful artist, young, vibrating for Christ. But as usual, we need to have our verse of the day, and we need to shake up a little. When we are done, we'll be introducing to you this wonderful person that I'm talking about. Let's have a jingle, and after this, we'll have the verse of the day.
We are a chosen generation. We've been called for to show His excellence. Hey, all I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am.
Okay, you're welcome back on the show. This is Praise Zone, and we are on to our verse of the day, and it's taken from the book of Philippians. Just get your Bibles, even your phone, get a jotter, just get anything to jot this verse this day. And what does Philippians 4 verse 5 to 7 say? It says, let resemblance be known to everyone. The Lord is at hand. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Jesus' name. This is another translation. That on the screen is a New Living Translation, and it's just simple. Present everything to God. Let your heart not be troubled. Why be anxious? Why be overwhelmed with situations in life when you can just pray? There is not just any time for prayer. You can pray at any time. You must not wait 12 a.m. or at night. You must not wait 3 a.m. before you pray. While you're eating, pray. If you're pooing in the toilet, you pray. If you're cooking, you pray. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Just pray, because the peace of God that surpasses all understanding works when you pray. That is it for our verse of today. We are going on to our dance open clip of today, and it's a new release from Maureen Foba. It is titled Dadim.
It's Ablaze music.
I know get money, but you take me, you make somebody. I mean nobody, but you take me, you give your body. Everything you change, everything you move, you do me something. All I do my way, how can I express it? The song in my heart for you, Daddy. Daddy, you are the story changer, oh Daddy.
Hope you're able to dance and dance and dance. He's a story changer. He's a miracle worker. And what name do you call him? Morifa says he says that he had that name. For us, for some people, it's their lover, it's their comforter, it's their consoler, it's their strength, it's their confidence, it's their best friend. Who is God to you? Try and call him those sweet, nice name. He deserves it. He deserves it. And we can always do that because we have been given the privilege to do so. Okay, on to other matters. I am here in the studio with I carry my own country on you understand? And it's been beautiful to know that we have so much in Cameroon, so much to offer, talents in French they say on a talent our go sock and it's just thanks to God that we are getting to discover them as the days goes by. And today I've been lucky and privileged to catch this very one which I'm going to present to you. Ladies and gentlemen, join me and let's give a big hand for our own Akepe style, AK Prince in the building. Fine boy. Tell me that it's God that is doing all these nice things.
God is a glory of God.
Come on. How has it been? You're traveling from Boya to Douala.
It was good. It was a nice experience, you know, passing through my 16. You know what I mean? Very nice experience.
Yeah, I can understand. So tell me, how do you get to manage school and music?
School and music. School, you know, for me it's kind of easy because, you know, schools, when we are in school, we have time for that, and when I'm home, I have time for that. Okay, like in the night, I mostly write in the night, my musics, my songs, my inspiration. When I want to do my melody on my keyboard, I do it in the night. I mostly work in the night when it comes to music. Then when it comes to school, when I'm in class, I'm in class.
You know, but we the students, former students, we know that it's at night that we burn candles, and like all speakers in this ground come at night. So how come your own head is used to write songs? You
know, some of us we are not good readers. Like when we sit in front of our book. Yeah, no, not the songs. when we are in front of our books, we have to take about 4 to 5 hours. But when we are in class to listening to the lectures, so it's easier for me to cope with the two of them. Like very easy.
Wow. Yeah. And I know many people don't even know that you were a student. Yeah, they don't even know. They feel like you are one, you know, big artist out there. Nope. You know, that's doing how do they call it? That's doing playboy. Yes, it's not an easy to blend with and couple with the fact that he goes around to minister. I think there was this time he told me, I'm writing the exam though, but it was on the bus going to Limbe to go and minister. I was like seriously, are you? He said I'm writing the exam, and I think when God calls you, like he says, he backs you up.
Yeah.
It's been so wonderful, your music, and at times it has gotten some of us confused because at the time we least expected, you just came out, and then now you're coming out with one language that I can't even get to comprehend. Okay, let me clear your mind. He's here. Do you ask him yourself, or let me help you ask him? Are you from the central region?
Nope. I am not.
Just start talking because I don't understand how a Zambo is coming onto a Simba, and a while ago was even translating me this thing what we are talking.
No, I'm not from the central region. Firstly, I'm from the southwest.
What?
A boy and Guti boy. I'm from Guti.
No, you don't mean it.
Yeah, I'm from Guti, and you know, as a gospel artist or as an artist, you have to be, how can I say it? You have to know how to touch various languages, like to get to your audience, because you cannot just sing only on your dialect. For example, I'm from Basosi. I will not just be telling God every day nyami nyami tamu nyami nyami. That song will only the song will end only in my town or where I'm coming from. So you need to be diverse. Yeah, you need to be diverse. So that's how. It
means that if I go and write now Kenyan and I send to you tomorrow,
I just try.
Don't try me.
Just try.
And that's just it. My joy when it comes to your music just has to do with the fact that I get to identify myself in that music as a Cameroonian. I get to worship God in my own language. I mustn't possibly come from BT or Bulu or Iwundo to use that language. Since it's from Cameroon, and this is what we're trying to encourage Cameroonian music, encourage ministers that can minister to us in our own ways. Do you know that it gets so interesting when you begin to talk to God in your own language?
Yeah.
Like worship God in your own language. How do you feel?
The feelings is like, it's amazing. It's like God is there with you. Like, like he's seated there and you're here, you are talking together like, Papa, you know, so the thing for happen or like, that's just the feelings.
That's just the feeling, like
that's
you
just
said.
the feeling.
But now I have one serious wahala. Why did it take long for us to get to know AK Prince?
You know, let me say something. You know, for you to see a corn, there need to be planting. Yes, so I would say I was underground working myself for the world. But
you had been there on that stage. I remember we got talent, you were the winner, and we were hoping that from that time we'll start seeing, you know, work results and everything. But it just went down.
Yes.
It just got buried, and all of a sudden we couldn't find you. Then home, there you come again.
Yes, I was still in my process. See, now I'm still in my process. Yes, like then I was still in my process. That's why. That's the reason.
So now are you saying that you have come to stay?
Yes, I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay.
Good.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, he's got so many songs, and in case you think it's just Azambuwan, no, we still have Rainbow.
Yeah.
There is a Azambuwan, there is a Love Letter which he just released.
Yeah.
And I just so it is pounding my head like it looks like acoustic that he if you go on his picture you're going to find he's got so many wonderful songs. And sorry, he's not from Nigeria, he's Cameroonian, 100% Southwest boy. We're going to listen to Azambuwan, and when we come back, we'll talk on what triggered such an inspirational song by AK Prince.
People are running, no joy for the money. The people are money, no. I see more. She
Did you see that? Whoa. My God. This video, it speaks a whole lot. Beautiful video out there.
Thank you.
Beautiful song, beautiful concept. My, this is from Cameroon, and I'm so happy that we've upgraded to that point where we have so beautiful content. People are investing to have beautiful videos out there. Kudos to you, les gars. Vous êtes en train de faire très bon boulot. Là, ça me plaît parce que avant on disait que ici au Cameroun, les gens ne veulent pas investir puisque ils croient pas à la musique camerounaise et surtout le gospel. Mais nous sommes en train d'avoir les vidéogrammes qui sont tellement chouettes. Et là, ça me plaît, ça me fait croire que nous sommes en train d'arriver au point où on peut aussi notre savoir-faire dans le monde, mais je vous en prie, nous sommes au Cameroun. Et ça, c'est le Camerounais. Parce que quand quelqu'un du Cameroun veut faire quelque chose, il le fait très bien. And I'm just so happy. But before I finish with all my achalakos and all my sweet talks, what inspired you to sing? Because this music, it sinks deep inside the heart. What inspired you to write down this very beautiful piece?
Okay, looking at the crisis now going on, the ongoing crisis in Cameroon, inspired me to write this song, Azambiwam. Like now, all we need is God. All we need is God. So Asimba means miracle. We just need miracle in our country now for everything to come back to normal. All we need is God. So that's all I can say for that. For this song, for the piece of song that Jesus gave to me. And this song was given to me. I went for a program in Yaoundé. I went to minister, and the first day when I got there, posters everywhere along the street. I was to minister that day. I got to Yaoundé that same day, and at about 6 o'clock. The program started at 6 o'clock, so I got there at about 6 o'clock. So I entered the church. Have you ever experienced it? Like, it was like a child in the church singing a special song. Everybody, the whole church, they were just looking at me like my poster everywhere, like, ha! I was like, hey, Papa God, no level this. And the next day, I went to my hotel room where I was lodged. So I got up in the morning at about 3:30. I went to that church. I lied down. I was like, oh God, I don't like what happened yesterday. I was like praying and meditating, and suddenly the song came to me like a dress. Did you get that one?
I got it.
It came to me like a dress, like, Azambiwam, j'ai besoin de toi. Behold, that night, we were carrying people under the chairs, like the presence of God was awesome in that place. It was so awesome. I was like, oh Father, thank you. So I hurriedly left Yaoundé. The next day after my program came to Buea, there was no time to waste. I was like, okay, I developed the song, and that's a product, that's the outcome of the song.
My God.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, because it's one thing when we get to see the poster, and it's another person thing when we see the person behind the poster. Yes, it's because you find somebody looking so then the person appear, you're like, what? Like, seriously, he looks so small physically. One size mate. So I'm just really free on this side because I've met my size mate. Can't intimidate me. So it gets so tough at times when people begin to qualify your capacity based on your physique. When God wants to use somebody, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're fat, if you're large, if you are, I don't know. When it gets to that point where it's your turn, man, you don't need slim cost. Even if you're large as his house, you will come out of it.
Yeah.
Even if you're as small as it is, you will just have to move. You don't want to know about David. You don't even want to know about him. That it's not Bible studies. And I'll give you a rundown of how it used to be in those days. So it's a joy for me to know that you accepted to carry this banner.
Yeah.
Because I understand you perfectly when you say see you on posters, and the next minute you're on stage, it's as though you're doing special number.
I tell you.
It's never easy. But aside having that challenge, what are other challenges you face as a gospel artist?
Okay, other challenges. Firstly, the truth is, for us that are starting, finance. Yes, finance. To record a song, to mix and master the song, then to have a videogram of the song. Oh my God, it's a great challenge for some of us that are still starting. I think that's the main challenge here. For some of us, or like, let me say for me that I'm still starting, that's my main challenge. But by the grace of God, God is gracing me and I'm coming out of it.
Amen.
I'm coming out of it. Okay, how am I coming out of it? I've been signed under a record label called Echoes from Heaven. Echoes from Heaven, they are doing the best for me to be out there. They are financing my video, my rep, even to my audio songs. They are there to support me and put me on medias. I'm grateful to them. So grateful.
Shout out to you, Echoes of Heaven. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the manager. You're doing a very wonderful job, honestly. It's very wonderful. I think he's one of the ministers whom you can get and be sure is going to turn up for your program. Yeah, so many of them out there get to call someone for your program, and next minute they are not coming, and then you see one long message telling you about headache that came, about eye ache that came. Come on, it's very simple. If you won't turn up for someone's program, just let them know. Don't allow them have you or them, you on their posters, and the next minute you're not turning up. And just to know that gospel ministers are there to bless the life of people.
Yeah.
It's one thing that is we really have to tackle. We'll talk about it some other time. But as at now, we have AK Prince in the house, and we are here to get the nitty-gritties of everything that he's been doing as an artist. I want to ask you a question. At what points in your life did you feel like you should do music, as in you should engage in the journey? It's one thing to have a talent. It's one thing to decide to bring that talent to the world, because like you said, it's not easy.
Okay. It's like a call. Let me use a word that Pastor do use. It's like a call, it's like a call. You being there and you're singing in churches, and it's another thing from you going out there to sing. Those are two different things. Like how can I put it?
Anyhow.
When you are there are two different things, like when you are singing in churches, or let me say when you're singing in school and when you're singing in churches. Okay, like back then, when I was still in doing my primary education, when around class 4 like that, I had this song I love so much. Why are you crying? Then I lost my mommy. Like when I'm doing the song, from my principal to the for my headmaster, back then we had headmaster, from my headmaster to the discipline masters, everybody, like during break, the whole school come in front of my class and the windows would be full of. Like that was just like I was just exercising my talent. Like, but now it becomes a calling when you decide your whole life is you decide to give your life to music. Like you decide to give your all to it. Like you when you have 100 that you have, you want to put it into music. You want that's just what I can say for now. Like
I'm just trying to figure, because at times we get to push out on some things when it's not time.
Yeah.
And when you launch out on something and it's not the time, life hits back at you. You might feel like your village people would have gathered they have gathered before you and they are holding a meeting. So that's why I asked that question. Get to know if actually you know what you're getting into,
Yeah.
because it's a whole journey.
Yeah, it's a journey.
It's a whole journey. Let's get our jingle. We'll come back. We'll be talking about small talk in the arts and entertainment industry, especially in the gospel milieu.
All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am.
Okay, it's time for small talks on Praise Zone, and today we are treating results as in content when it comes to production. Now, we have noticed that unlike before, or as at now, so people are just trying to improve when it comes to their content. I don't know if it's the artists or if it's the producers or if it is their managers that are doing less work when it comes to producing better content. Now when I'm looking at content, I'm looking at the sound, I'm looking at the video image, and I'm looking at the artist itself. Artists at times when they appear somewhere, some people hardly know they are artists just because of what we do call lack of branding. But that one is another issue. The issue we're tackling today is content. In your opinion, is it a concern that we rarely get good outcome or good result when it comes to packaging the message to the public?
Okay. Yes, I like this one. I'll start by saying that, you know, when you as an artist, you get the inspiration, you are the one who knows how you want it to be.
Okay.
Okay. Secondly, now the producer is just there to interpret what you are giving him.
Okay.
Okay. I'm talking now about the audio version. Okay. For example, there is this. Anyway, let's just forget about that. let's just forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I might have my inspirations. Now I'm putting the blame on the producers, because when they are there to tell you that they are professionals and yes, this is how the song is supposed to be. No, my brother, that is not how the song is supposed to be, because I'm the one who received the inspiration. I'm just bringing it to you for you to help me, let me realize my project. So I will not bring my carry my inspirations to you, and you want to do me professionalism. No, I don't. I'm not that. I'm not in for that, because that's one of the things that kills some of us. Some of us our songs and our production, our project. And secondly, you know, back then we lack we lack professionals to do our videos, people that are not professionals. Like back then we had this camera that you carry on shoulder like that, like yeah. And the people they lack experience. So, but now in our present days, if you look at most of our videos, like Azambe Wam, you look at Let's Go to Prosper Menko, Talkie, Whisper.
Okay.
If you see them now, there's this improvement. There's this improvement because we have people, directors. They have gone back to school. They study more on what they are to do and for them to give you the best, and combining it with their talent. You realize, you notice that you realize a better and a good project. What am I trying to say? Okay, let's take the videos of, let me say, Mommy Elizabeth Eke. Yes, back then, if you ask me on my own opinion, we had should I say, we had unexperienced directors. Like, yes, they never had the talent at that time, but at that time they were the best.
Of course.
You know, we progress. We do progress. Yes, we do progress. So now in these days, if you look at the guy who did my video, director BB, he is good. And if you want to compare them, or the director of that time and the present director, you discover that there's a difference, because as the days are going back, people are learning more to improve on their skills on how to shoot videos and get better cameras to do the job.
You know, somebody said one time that most videographers are not believers. So that's why gospel artists are getting the content they are getting. Do you think there's any relationship between those with that? Does it have anything to do with
it does not have
people not having good content out there?
I will say no. Why? Because for you to carry your inspiration to a director, you need to have what you want. Yes, you have to have your concept in your mind. And please don't allow your directors to impose on you what you don't want. That is where our problems are coming from. So I don't think that is the problem. Like the guy who does my video, Azambe Wamis, he does pure gospel music. He does not do anything apart from gospel.
The thing is that we need good content.
Yeah, good content.
They don't have to send angel from heaven to come and do your video for content to be good. And directors to try to portray what the artist wants. Yeah. Because at times it's funny that I'm singing God if you have mercy on people, but the videogram
you showing me people clearing grasses.
Showing something I don't understand the mercy of God, and people don't understand. There is a need for delivery when it comes to content. There's a need for the message to be in line. At times, what even touches the person, it's not even the song, it's the action.
Yeah.
It's action. But now when the action is contrary to the song, man, this is total confusion. It's total confusion. So today, that's what we have been tackling. What do you think? What do you think about producers or directors delivering the content of gospel artists? What do you think about the way message is being passed across using videography? If you have comment, then send to us. But for now, we are coming to the end of the show, and our verse of today was Philippians 4, verse 5 to 7. You've had Maureen Foba as our clip in, and in the house we had a Prince, the singing bird all the way from Boya, and it was great in our set today. And before you go, any last word for your lovely viewers out there?
I just want to say thank you very much for believing in me and for loving me. Stay tuned, because AK Prince is coming out of his shell.
So if you want to listen to songs by AK Prince, how do we get them?
Okay, on Facebook, you get to me, AK Prince or AK Prince. Yes, on Instagram, AK Prince Official.
So for now, don't.
Yes. And on YouTube too, you just get to me, AK Prince. That's all.
Oh yeah, just start downloading now. 100 fans, download it and listen to it, and we are going to thank God together. So it's a bye-bye from this end. Thank you for watching, and thank you for staying true to our program. We'll leave you with this beautiful piece by AK Prince. It is titled Rainbow.
The National Coronavirus Command Council has decided to enforce a nationwide lockdown for 21 days. Without decisive action, the number of people infected will rapidly increase. This is extremely dangerous for a population like ours, which has a large number of people with suppressed immunity because of HIV and high levels
the reign of sickness before, the reign of standstill before. Everything is getting to a halt. Papa God, we need a rainbow. The reign of sickness before, the reign of standstill before. Everything is getting to a halt. Papa God, we need a rainbow.
Wash hand all the time, hygiene done high. Stay home if you come out, sanitizer. If you want to read, do matters. Avoid crowd as we wait on God. Wash hand all the time, hygiene done high. Stay home if you come out, sanitizer. If you want to read, do matters. As we wait on God. Papa God, we need a rainbow. The rain of sickness before, the rain of standstill before. Everything is getting to our heart. Papa God, we need a rainbow. The rain of sickness before, the rain of standstill before. Everything is getting to our heart.